And here we go. All right. Hey there, everybody. We're around to do another round of 30 minutes. And today I got another special guest, as always. I got David from Smith's Super Awesome Reviews. If you haven't checked him out yet, you need to. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm happy to be on the show, man. I've been
Oh.
watching the show for a while. I was like, man, I gotta get on this show.
Thank you. I'm trying, I'm trying to get it, as many people as I can. So I want to hear everybody's different, opinions and stuff. It's cool and everything. So thank you very much. It's an honor to have you on. I appreciate you
Man,
making time
like I
for me.
said, grateful as a smaller person in this community is
Oh, come
like I
on
said.
now.
I'm still trying to come up, man. I'm
Me too.
trying to get
Me
up there
too.
with the big dogs, man.
Eh. Sometimes it's all right just as a beat in the back, to be like, I'm fine,
I don't like it. I don't look at it like I always tell people like with without YouTube I'd still have a room full of Transformers and stuff.
Yep.
Like for me it's fun.
Yep.
Like I enjoy the collecting and just sharing my thoughts
Yeah.
for any new collectors out there. Like
Yeah.
give them a jumping off point almost.
I think that's for especially for reviews, man. I think you have to have fun. If you start just if it becomes like a job, and you're just going through the motions, it's not fun. It's not
No,
fun anymore. You can tell. I mean, people can tell. When they watch reviewers, that like they're just going through the motions. They're not really, into
no.
it.
I look at my like I do my reviews and it's basically like I said, I've watched others and kind of taken bits and pieces, but also just
Mhm.
my personal opinion of a figure. And it's nice to have someone say, "Hey, this is a good figure, but look out for XYZ because that
Yeah.
might not be your bag."
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
that's how I feel. Like I've reviewed a few figures, and I'll say in my reviews, I'm like, "Look here, it's a good figure for these points." And if you
Okay.
need it in your collection, then definitely get it. But if it's a pass or you could wait for someone else to make it, then
Hmm.
by all means, save your money because certain figures I bought and they are the bane of my existence.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's not every, it's not for everybody. Not everybody has a preference, and
Yeah.
stuff. So, first question is, I always ask this. The first thing is, we know you do, you collect Transformers. You can tell because you see the back, stuff in the back. Do you collect any other lines? I mean, what else besides
Um,
Transformers?
I do Marvel Legends.
Okay.
Uh, every now and then I do some Gundam model kits and
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z figurized standard model kits. And I'm an avid wrestler belt
Yeah.
collector.
Cool. So
So
I was going to ask that later. So, but I'll ask you now. Who is your favorite all-time wrestler?
oh, but Ric Flair, come on, man, it's Nature Boy.
Good choice. Really
I
good
mean,
choice, man.
he is to me like okay. Everybody looked at Hulk Hogan as he set it off like television wise, but as
Hmm.
a wrestler and a performer,
Hmm.
Ric Flair in his prime could run circles around Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, just his presence and
Yeah,
everything, his
and just
attitude,
like if you
and
just watch some of his old promos, like that's a showman right there.
oh, I love watching old promos. Like I tell everybody, and I've told people, I love Macho Man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could watch
Macho
his
be another one.
promos.
Yeah, but
I could watch all his promos.
when Rick was on, he was on. Plus, he lived the gimmick.
He did. He was back. He was the '80s wrestler.
Yeah.
He was. I mean, he
So
was hardcore, man. I
and plus,
like.
any man that can survive a plane crash, is like, come on now, he
He
was
just walking off.
destined for greatness at that
Yeah,
point.
he was. He's one of the great ones. All
Yeah.
right, that's cool. That's awesome. So, what got you into collecting, and when did you get collecting? I would just say Transformers, or just anything itself.
When I was a kid, I collected, but then kind of late teens, early 20s, it kind of fell out of it due to just life.
Yeah,
But it
right.
was
Yeah.
always something that I enjoyed doing. Like even when I didn't collect, I was always going to the stores to look at like the newest Transformers that would come out. And I
Hmm.
think like when I kind of got back into it, it was the first generations when they were really good.
Oh,
Like
the classics. I mean, the
yeah, the
classics.
classics, yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And kind of got back into those.
Hmm.
And then like slowly but surely, just like every now and then pick up a few pieces here and there.
Yeah.
But like once I kind of got settled, I was like, okay, I want to get back, especially when I discovered, masterpieces and the third
Yeah.
parties. And I'm like,
Gotcha.
this speaks to me.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
it screams 86,
Yeah,
childhood. So
exactly.
yeah.
So are you? So you are an MP collector? Are you a Chuck collector at all? I think I see praise from Bible. So it seems
I
like
do a little bit of everything. The
gotcha.
chug. I've got some prime. The only ones I don't do is I'm not a Bayformer.
Okay, so you
So
don't have anything
that's
from the movies. Gotcha.
nah. Okay. Here's the thing. I saw the first movie. It was, being like I said, I got it tattooed on my arm.
Yeah,
I'm a Transformer head.
yeah.
So of course that first one came out. You got to go see it.
Oh yeah,
And like I said, was it the most terrible thing? No, it was okay. But I
that's fine.
realized watching that Michael Bay really doesn't care about the franchise because
Yeah,
I'm a comic book reader of Transformers as well. Back in the Marvel comic days, I read the
yeah.
IDW. It's
Mm-hmm.
not about the humans. They
Yeah,
are truly a secondary character
that's true.
as far as Transformers is concerned, and I think the movie lost that part.
Yeah, I mean, it was about a boy in his car and everything. Which I can understand, and I've told this and I've said this that I don't know if they could have started off just making a movie about Transformers and it hit as big. It would hit good with the collectors and the hardcore fans, but
Yeah.
your regular popcorn goers, I don't think that would have went. I don't know, but then you say, well, what about Pacific Rim and all the other
Yeah,
stuff, and they
I,
did good.
I
So
don't think they
you know,
give the community or the fan base that much credit of how big Transformers really is because
yeah,
it's like anybody. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure most people that came into it wanted to see giant robots.
yeah,
You
exactly,
know, and like I said, yeah, you can add the human element to it because they've always been a part of the pantheon,
yeah,
but they are truly like he made it seem like the humans are on an even foot as the
yeah.
Cybertronians, and which is like, come on,
Yeah.
get out of here with that.
They should have started off as Cybertron anyways. I don't think they should have started off on Earth and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like so they lost that. But yeah, I mean even Michael Bay. I tell this. I went to BotCon and he got inducted to the Hall of Fame. He said he didn't know anything about Transformers.
yeah, and that's also the sad part. Like, come on, at least I
Yeah.
always said they should have just remade the '86 movie in live action because that's the best one
Oh, that would have
anyway.
been pretty cool.
Yes, I think it would have been great.
So what is your so let's add me at this. Who's your favorite who is your favorite character of Transformers and why?
Um, I have okay. I could say three part. Skywarp is my favorite because I like the color blue, and I always kind of digged his. He had
You
got
mean
like a
Thundercracker? Thundercracker was blue, or you
no
mean
Sky.
Skyward?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, Thundercracker. Thundercracker
Okay.
because he's blue and blue's my favorite, and
Okay.
I just dug
Right.
his style.
Yeah.
Grimlock, of course, I liked Grimlock for the fact that he's a T-Rex.
Yeah.
I liked his evolution of he was kind of take no shit and then became comic relief. I call it the
Yeah.
Eric Matthews syndrome, where he
Yeah.
progressively got dumber.
He did. Yeah.
So
Season
and
three
then
was season three. He
and
got.
yeah, and then of course I would say Megatron, Galvatron. I consider them always one and the same,
Hmm.
and just that ruthlessness.
Yeah.
Especially when Galvatron got a little bit of that, space madness. I just
Yeah. He did go crazy.
and you can't knock a dude with an arm cannon. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
That's true. That's true. So you so I guess you're not excited for for the Bumblebee movie at all.
From the no, I'm gonna speak with my wallet. I'm not gonna support it. Like, I feel like
Hmm.
give me because even though they kind of changed some of the looks, it still has the Michael Bay stink on it, at least in my opinion.
Michael Bay stink. That's a good way to
And
put
I
it.
feel like if you're gonna make a Transformer movies, get someone who's an actual fan because there's good Transformer stories out there. Like I said, if you read any of the IDW stuff, there's great stories to be told about the Transformers. And
But to be honest, Travis Knight, I think, is a fan. He always said he's a fan, so I think he's going to do good for this franchise.
well,
I'm hoping. I
I
got my
mean,
fingers crossed.
I'll watch it somewhere down the line. I just
Yeah,
don't want to put it in the theater
got
because,
you.
like I said,
I got you. That's cool. That's cool. So, what's your favorite line of Transformers? Like, what's your favorite? Like, is it G1? Or are you like a Beast Wars? Or what's
I'm a G1er. That's like my whole goal right now is to complete the entire lineup. From
nice?
season 1 all the way to 4.
Yeah,
And I'm getting
that's good.
close. I'm getting
That's good.
close.
Do you like any other newer lines? Like, did you like Prime or anything, or like any of that stuff? Or
I am right now, to be honest with you, I am digging the Siege.
nice.
I think, like,
I am too.
out
I am
of
too.
starting with Combined Awards, I think so far this is probably the best one coming out.
Yeah.
Like the figures feel more solid. They feel like someone actually gave a damn with the design.
Mm-hmm.
There was some thought process in it because, like, I mean, Power of the Primes had a few choice pieces. Same with Titans.
They did.
Same with Combiners. But like when you look at stuff like the Minosaur, like what is that? That was gross. Like that was something that you knew needed an upgrade kit. Same thing like, okay, with Volcanicus. I put out 2 weeks ago the Volcanicus. I had an upgrade kit. Mm-hmm. Now you're gonna mean to tell me, so you make this thing, you put it together, you have it on paper, you look at it and go, yeah, that's gonna work. Put it out on the streets. That thing was an abomination.
Yeah.
Like it was begging for an upgrade kit. Now with the upgrade kit, it is day and night. Okay. But yet they put it out there looking the way it did, and you like, come on, like,
yeah,
just pretend you care at least.
Yeah, I think Hasbro has put a lot more love into this line, the new Siege line, and everything.
Yeah, like whoever was handling the design work and just the engineering, and just like they feel solid. Like there's a lot less hollow pieces to at least the ones that I've gotten so far. Yeah, they feel like really good figures.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I'm happy with I got the 4 Deluxes, and I still haven't opened up my like the Battle Masters and the smaller ones. So I'm going to do a review.
My Prime and Megatron are on their way, but I got these. I just finished the whole first little wave, so I got Hound, Sideswipe, and then these two, and I'm waiting for Megatron and Prime to show up. They should be on their way soon. And like I said, all of them, I like what I see. I like the way they look, they feel. Mm-hmm. Compared to, like I said, previous lines, I feel like this is the best one so far.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that. I did like Titan Returns. I love the playability with the Titan Masters and the bases and everything. So I think all the Titan Returns and the Siege line, I think will go well together. I think as far as playability.
I mean, I prefer if they just called them Headmasters. I think one of the drawbacks for Titans, I don't think everybody needed to be a base. Like that was a little much when you had Blaster and Soundwave. Like I appreciate we got a decent size Blaster and a Soundwave and 6 shots, but it's like, okay, everybody's now a base. That's a little much. Okay, the gimmicks, too much on the gimmicks.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, all right, cool. That's awesome, man. So do you see an end to your collecting? Have you always, like you said, you collected as a kid, which I don't think we collected as a kid. We just got stuff and everything. But as far as being an adult, have you always collected something? And do you see an end to your collecting Transformers or any other stuff like that?
My girlfriend asked me that. She's like, when she looks at me.
She's like, come on now.
Because this used to be our guest bedroom, and I just took it over and call it the lab now. So she's like, well, when is this going to end? And I just look at her and go, never.
So does she support you? Does she support your collecting habit, or is she just there?
She's a kind of a collector herself in certain things. Good. So
what's she collect?
She's into like Pokemon. She reads Batman comics. She likes certain animes and Harry Potter. So she's in her own little rabbit hole. So
yeah, you got you a good one, man. So she kind of understands the collecting mentality and everything.
Yeah. So. And it's like, hey, as long as the bills get paid, we're good.
That's all that really matters. As long as you do the adult things, then you can be a kid.
Yeah. As far as when I stop, like right now, okay, outside of like the masterpieces, I'm hoping, because I'm digging the IDWs like MMC makes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I started collecting those because I really like the look, and they're really getting that essence of the IDW look. So like I got the drifts and all that, and I'm I'm hoping that they continue to go with that, because that Carnifex they made, that was that thing is beautiful
right there.
Yeah. So that is a beautiful. The Tarn, I mean, their Megatron, the Rodimus, I'm like, this is like, give me more.
Yeah, they got a good thing going with the IDW.
Yeah, they do.
Like that.
And also, MMC does like outside of the IDW stuff, like their cassettes. Those are
Ravage, and I have Ravage, Rumble and Frenzy. I didn't get the birds. I don't know if I'm gonna get them, but I'm gonna get. They got a ram horn they showed, I think.
Yeah,
I'd love for them to do a rat bat and some other ones. That'd be pretty cool.
I didn't. I missed out on the Ravage and the birds, but I did get the Rumble and Frenzy, and I'm like, I love. I'm like, they look so much better next to Soundwave.
Yeah. Oh,
than the
yeah.
actual cassettes, the masterpiece ones.
Yeah, they're a little small, but yeah, I love that Ravage. If you get a chance, I know it's hard to find, but if you get a chance to get
Yeah,
that Ravage, definitely pick him up.
yeah. I'm kicking myself that I passed on the um, Fans Toys Insecticons because
Yeah, they're good ones.
I need Insecticons, so I'm waiting for. I got pre-ordered on the MMC ones coming out
Oh,
in
gotcha. Yeah.
January. So
Nice, nice. Quinturion. Sorry, I don't want to say. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. He wants to know where do you think IDW will go as far. I think the Unicron thing.
yeah, they're
Has
doing like a Unicron storyline.
yeah. So where do you think IDW can go after that?
I don't know. Like, I mean, they've taken that fan base to a new level. Like, it really, like, compared to like the old Marvel stuff, they've really flushed out their characters more.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, like, hey man, whatever you do, I'm on board. Just keep them away from GI Joe because it seems like every time they get together with the Joes, it's never good for any Transformers when they start rolling with the Joes.
Yeah,
it's just like stay away because it never works out in their favor. But whatever they do next, like, hey, sign me up because it's good stuff, man. You know, Lost Light. Like one of my favorites that came out, which was I think every Transformer fan should read and own, is All Hail Megatron.
Yep, it's a great
that should be like something that should be on that category of like on your duh list. Like you don't have that, like duh. Like if you don't got an MP10, like what are you doing?
Yeah, it's a great.
You should have that book.
Cool.
Or the records, of course. That another one.
Oh yeah, Last Stand Records. Yeah, yeah, it's a good series. So, so with all the stuff you do and everything, so how is it that you relax? What do you like to do to calm down and just, be away from yourself, away alone, whatever? What do you like to do to relax and stuff?
I'm a man of simple needs. Like I said, I work, and when I come home, it's just I sit here, I watch some YouTube. I'm like I said, subscribed to a lot of collectors, and I watch their reviews, and then I sit here and just kind of mess with my figures and. Nice. Try to decide like, okay, what do I want to review next? So, I'm sitting on the couch just transforming things. So I can figure it out because then you got to record it. But that's it. I just like the figures. Like I said, I look at these figures and they remind me of my childhood of like, oh man, I remember when things were cool. When cartoons, when cartoons were cool. You didn't have to overthink it. It was just good guys versus bad. And constant struggle, and you just have fun with it. And like sometimes I'll just stand there and I just look at this, the new MP Megatron, and it's like, man, that's a goddamn good looking figure.
Yeah,
like he's a beautiful man.
Exactly. That's awesome. Cool. That's good. Yeah, that's awesome. I'd love also to get on and watch a bunch of YouTube reviews and stuff.
I'll watch the old Japanese Transformers because I got the whole Headmasters, Master Force Victory.
Nice.
I'll watch that. Or if there's really nothing going on, like say I lose internet signal for a little bit, you pop in that Transformers the movie because I'll watch that every day, all day. I can't even count how many times I've seen that movie.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Yeah, it's a good watch and everything. So that's cool. So something away from Transformers a little bit. What if you could have one last meal? I don't want anything to happen, bad happen to you. Something's going to happen. What would be your last meal that you had for?
Oh, see, that's a tough one. Because I just went recently to this Brazilian buffet.
Really?
Yeah, it was so good. So good. But
that was your last meal though?
No. But they had this Mabel Brown sugar bacon.
Oh,
and when I say, why are we eating bacon just the regular way? Like this is how bacon should be eaten. Sweet and savory, like oh my god. I told my girl, I said, I'm not eating bacon like regular no more. Like when I cook bacon, it will be made with brown sugar. And I made some like a week or two ago. And I'm just like, I sat there and just ate a plate of it. And I'm like, that's my dinner.
Was it an appetizer or was it?
Yeah. But if I really had to pick a last meal, it would be something Italian, something with meat and cheese, maybe a good pasta.
Nice.
Some nice meatballs, some garlic bread,
Awesome.
Get real heavy with the carbs and sauce.
Yeah, exactly. But I do that bacon, but that does sound pretty awesome.
Yes,
There's some news. I think we got a place called Logan's. They
mm-hmm.
serve it as an appetizer, like it's bacon on a stick, and it's got maple, stuff
Yeah,
all
well,
over.
that's the stuff dreams are made of.
Yeah, I may have to try it now. Jeepers. So get back to Transformers. So if you could transform into anything, what would you transform into, man? Like what, a vehicle or a animal or anything?
I would think either I would be a triple changer, so I want to be land and air, so probably car and a jet. And if I would do beast form, I would be kind of a monkey because I love monkeys.
Primal. So you would be primal.
Yes, because well, not gorilla, more of a smaller monkey, more more
what's that?
What's the word? Like more acrobatic, more just nimble. Because gorillas are more big, bulky. I want to be more spider monkey like.
That was what's the smaller one? What was his name? You had that Megatron turned into the alligator, and then was it Prime? Oh man, what was that little small monkey? Golly, I forgot his name offhand. But anyways, yeah, it came in a 2-pack with the Megatron was like an alligator or something.
Oh, you mean when the figures first came out?
No, I sometimes they were BotCon exclusives too and everything, and
I would say like Beast Wars. See, that's the thing about Beast Wars. Like Beast Wars kind of went over my head because by that point I was a little bit older, and when it first came out, I didn't even realize it was Transformers till like I saw the opening, and I'm like Transformers.
Like that's not my Transformers.
Yeah, and I always say Beast Wars has its place in history. And for those who grew up on it, that's their kind of G1. Like I said, I'm the older school of it, and I accept it for where it is. I'm not the biggest fan, but it still holds a place in history. For, Transformers.
You at least acknowledge it.
I acknowledge it. Like the whole Unicron trilogy and
like Armada and Cybertron.
They're all right. Like they took a lot of liberties with names and characters, and it's just it seemed like every series Megatron would become Galvatron, but they go right back to Megatron, and you're trying to explain to me that this is all in continuity. So why is he flip flopping?
Yeah, I mean they had some good toys in each line, just like every.
They did. I do have the I think it's the Cybertron Prime, the one who like the fire engine when you get the attachment, the wings. I do have that figure because I like the way it looked.
Yeah, he's big and bulky. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just like for me, it was just like it was kind of something to watch when. Like I remember, like getting up for work and it'd be on Cartoon Network like early in the morning, and I'm like kind of half asleep watching it.
I remember Beast Wars. Beast Wars came out like '96, so I just got out of high school, and I just remember it was on Fox Kids, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. I love Transformers as a kid, and I would watch it and everything, but it didn't really hit me, until I started. It's a good series as far as storytelling. It's one.
It definitely was a lot deeper than G1. Like it was definitely more. I would say almost more adult than kid. Definitely dealing with some story issues like where people actually died.
Yeah.
Real consequences. So I think the next darkest one would probably be Prime.
Definitely. Definitely. So how and why did you get into doing reviews?
Okay, well, that a little bit backstory. Say a few years ago, myself and a couple other friends, we used to do we had a YouTube channel where we just made like little short films, and I always enjoyed just kind of being behind the camera, of putting things together. Yeah, and it's like, okay, well, I don't have a crew of people to make short films, but I do have a room full of Transformers.
Okay.
And, again, like I said, if I was new to collecting, where do you start? Everybody's got a different budget. Everybody's got different taste and sensibility. So it's like, where do you start? And, if I'm going to review it, how do you review it? So like I said, I would watch others like, MGO or, Bobby Skullface. So he's personally one of my favorites. I love Bobby. Bobby to me is he like when I first watched his videos, it was almost like watching myself because his attitude towards figures is kind of my attitude of like, if I'm going to pay this kind of money, I respect certain results. And when you do pay it and you don't get it, it's like, what the hell, man?
Yeah. Bobby's all right. He's an actor. He's all right.
Plus, I think his comic, his kind of like dark and dry sense of humor, I get, and I find it funny.
Well, that's cool.
And it was one of those things to me, like, you know, like, yeah, like if I'm a new collector and I'm looking for recommendations, I don't want someone to just tell me to buy something because they're being paid to tell me to buy something. I want somebody to say, you know what, get it, but beware that, you know what, this might be an issue, this might be a problem.
Yeah.
Then you buy it and it's like, well, you know, what do I do with it? You know, you recommended it to me, but I don't know what to do now. So it's like, I want to, you know, like I said, no one's sponsoring me. All these figures come out of my pocket.
Yeah, that's true. Me too.
So I'm going to be honest. And like I said, I bought a few figures that look good on paper, but are just god awful. Like I can see yours and I have them, and that's Elagos.
Yeah.
And Elagos, he is a beautiful Cyclonus. That's not mistaken. His alt mode looks great.
He's right here.
Yeah. His bot mode is damn near looks like he jumped out of the TV, but his transformation, plus mine's malfunctioned.
Really? Oh yeah.
You know, the spring-loaded cockpit.
Yeah.
It broke.
Oh, that sucks.
And the sucky part about that is when it breaks, it then hinders your transformation because you need to collapse that cockpit. Yeah. So I had to literally pop its springs out to collapse the cockpit so I can get it back into robot mode.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, whoever designed that, did no one think like this could be a problem? It even says it in the manual that if you don't do it a certain way, that's gonna happen. It's if you knew that, why would you add that? I appreciate the gimmick, but if it's gonna hinder transformation, then you're no good to me.
Yeah, that's true.
And he is definitely one of the banes of my existence. So there are a few figures I have in my collection that are deemed untransformable, meaning once I get you in a review and you're back to robot, you will no longer be transformed again.
Oh man. Well, I had transformers like that anyways, even if they're not broken or not. Like that war dog. Not war dog. Was it the Warpath from Batcube? I will never. That will be bot mode for the rest of his life until I sell it. And I got certain ones that I won't transform at all.
But I mean, Elagos, he can go back into jet mode. He'll just have a broken cockpit. But it's just like, I don't want to deal with you. Plus, then he's got the whole, like, X-Transbot. I'm kind of salty on them because their finger game, they need to work on that. Oh,
that's fine. I love, man, since Klaatu, whatever, their Cosmos, X-Transbot's been doing some really good stuff. I'm really excited. I love their Stunticons. They got some good stuff.
Well, I mean, the last thing I think I got from them was their Andros, the Scourge.
Yeah.
Which he's another one, a good looking figure, but then the whole feet part, like that's a square peg. That's a round peg and a square, you know, like what was that?
I'm really excited for their Sea Spray. I wish they'd hurry and put that out, but I'm really excited for their Stunticons. I'm on board for those.
Yeah, and I loved the Apollyon. Like before MP Megatron came out, Apollyon was my jam.
Yeah.
So like I said, they do good, but there's
they used to be pretty bad, but I think they've gotten a lot better, and I think they're doing really good things. So X-Transbots will always do anything. So Graham Luke asked if you were to die and be reborn, what Transformer character would you choose and why?
If I would die reborn as a Transformer character,
what character would you be though? Not just because of it's cool, like a cool transformation. Like I would be Starscream because he's a jet, but would you really want to be Starscream?
I think at this juncture, I would want to be Overlord because he's just such a badass.
Wow, that's okay. Most people say I wouldn't be Prime because he's so good and everything.
If you want to be cliche,
but
Overlord. I mean, come on, dude takes a javelin to the eye and is just like shakes it off.
You're talking about IDW Overlord.
Yes,
Gotcha.
I mean, even in the Japanese version, he's just a badass.
Yeah.
Like he's just a badass. Plus, you get the two modes. You get your jet and your tank mode, and if you want to really go there, you could be a base. So you got like you got the best of all worlds over there. So
I guess I would always, I would pick Starscream because I just love the jet and everything. And his character is, he's a backstabbing,
Oh yeah, well, Starscream is
Fred.
he. I always say Starscream is just a little petulant child. He just
he wants attention.
He just wants it so bad. He wants Megatron's love, and he's just not.
But he wants to kill him too. So it's kind of a love-hate. Really. I think Soundwave would be a good character as far as his kind of his approach. He's loyal. He's really loyal. Anything, but he can also, break out to be a comedian sometimes, and everything. Plus, you'd have the tapes with you. I think that'd be a pretty cool character to come as back.
And then I would say if I had a secondary, then like I said, probably be like Grimlock because Grimlock is king.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know, any other ones that would be a good fit. Blaster would be pretty cool. He seems like a cool kind of character.
Yeah.
There's some others, but I think Soundwave would be a really cool character to come back as. So
couldn't go wrong.
Yeah, that's true. So are you a Marvel or DC guy?
I'm both. I'm just a comic book fan. If it's good, I grew up with Spider-Man and the X-Men, Superman, Batman. I love it all. Like just sit there and pick sides. Just like, come on, man. Good stories, good story, good animation.
That's true.
Except for John Romita Jr. I can't stand his artwork. He makes everyone look like a pug.
I have a pug. I love my pug.
But pugs are fine if they're dogs, but when they're supposed to be people, it just like he gives them very square jawed, flat noses, and it's like as soon as I see it, I could tell. And he's worked for Marvel and DC, so it's like as soon as you see this, like, damn you, John Romita Jr.
Damn you. So you're looking forward to the new Avengers movie? I know you probably saw the trailer.
Oh yeah, we in fact last night on our show we kind of sat here and watched Infinity Wars.
Oh nice. Oh, we can talk about your show. I watch it a lot of times. How did that come about? How did that get started?
Well, basically,
Spaghetti
and Friends. I'll explain the name because a lot of people always ask. Sunspot Reviews, which is he started it with another fellow who he's no longer with the group, but basically came to me and he was like, "Hey, I'm starting this new group, trying to get smaller YouTubers to kind of just come together. We just support each other because YouTube really doesn't give a damn about our community.
That's true.
And instead, if they won't help us, we'll help each other."
Gotcha.
And so we started. It originally was called the Action Figure Sanctuary, and then we just kind of shortened it to just the Sanctuary.
Okay.
And basically, what we do is we do a show. We talk about up and coming figures, movies, just pop culture things in general. Because all of us in the panel all kind of do different things. Like I'm mostly a Transformer guy. Yeah. Jimmy Woo, Sunspot, he'll do a lot of Transformers, Hot Toys. Mattitude is mostly wrestling figures, Marvel figures. He does a lot of everything. Super Mario Zilla is a lot of Godzilla and, SH figure art. So we all kind of each have our own little section, but we all, we're all collectors at heart.
Right. Gotcha.
And we just have fun with it. And just now, as the name Spaghetti and Friends kind of came about when we were doing the podcast,
I just call it Spaghetti, guys.
You call it spaghetti. I just like the term spaghetti. It's kind of so it was just like every show that we did, I was always eating spaghetti.
Okay.
During the podcast because I was like that was the thing I would make on my days off. It's quick and it's easy. And then it got to a point where like one episode I didn't have it. And everybody's like, "Hey man, where's the spaghetti at? Where's the spaghetti?" And I'm like, "I didn't make it." And he's like, "Oh man, come on, you gotta. we expect you to be here eating spaghetti while we're doing the show." So I'm like, "Fine."
You hurt their feelings and stuff. Like, "Oh, yeah, you got no spaghetti here."
So that's cool. And then so when at the time we like, okay, we got to come up with a name, and we just like Spaghetti and Friends, and they're like, "Love it, let's go with it."
Nice. And y'all are on Friday nights. You got to do
Friday nights, 9 o'clock. Nice. Like in fact, come the new year, we will be rebranding and kind of changing up some things, adding some new things to the show, just to kind of give it a little more substance. Like we've been playing, like technically Spaghetti and Friends has been in its beta phase. So come the new year, we're really going to like amp it up more.
Nice. So you want to talk about, I know you're an admin for Autobot Family.
I think I still am. I'm an admin for a few pages.
You're like, I don't. I maybe.
See, I Angie, who or Alita One, she's a good girl, man. She's new to the community of Transformers, and I told her, like, listen, man, if you ever need any help, I'm there. I'm always up to help a new Transformer fan.
Right.
This is what keeps it going.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So wherever I can help, not a problem. Recently I've been more focused with the Sanctuary because that was kind of first where I came into.
Yeah, you got to handle your first thing.
Yeah, and it's basically like I said, we want to nurture new creators. So we made the platform like, hey, if you want to post your videos, your collection is, it's open to pretty much everybody. So. We don't discriminate. If you want to sell figures, go ahead, sell. As long as you're, a good person, don't be out here being a dick. We're not here to shame people or insult people. This is just some place where you share your love for what you collect. Because we're all, regardless of if like I said, Marvel Legends or Transformers, we're all under that same umbrella.
Yeah, we all have an addiction.
We all have problems that
Plastic crack addiction
to get help for, and we'll be each other's support system.
Yeah, that's true. That's cool. That's good. That's awesome. That's awesome. That someone that's new and upcoming and everything. I mean, you have a place to go to. You don't feel like you're threatened or somebody's gonna pick on you or something like that.
Yeah, and because of from. Now, and I was new to it because from what I was told that there were groups out there that just use their members to strengthen themselves. And we looked at it like, we don't care if you have 5 subs or 5,000, everybody's on the same level. Right. We're not here like, oh, we're not going to talk to you because you only got 10 subs. Everybody counts. Everybody gets to have, like, that was also the point of Spaghetti and Friends, where we was just like, here's a show where you don't have to be on this level to be on it. We used to make an open invitation where it was like, if you want to be on it, you can be on it. We're not excluding anybody from it. We wanted to show them that, hey, maybe you have an opinion on something and nobody wants to hear you. Come, you can have a seat at our table and we'll hear you out.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So I got one last question, and I always ask this usually about this thing. So where do you see Smith's Super Awesome Reviews in 5 years?
The #1 show on YouTube.
I'm ready to go home, man.
Lord willing, if long as Transformers keep getting better and they're looking fucking awesome, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm always trying to do new things. Like Super Awesome, I gave it that name. It wasn't originally intended to be focused on Transformers. Like Super Awesome, I wanted it to be blanket. I said it was anything I deemed super awesome.
Right.
So that can be Marvel Legends, Dragon Ball, Transformers, wrestling.
Yeah.
I just want to make content to entertain people. Like I said, if something I do awaken something to somebody, well, like, oh, I didn't know that, and now I'm interested, and let me look into it further.
Right.
If my video did that, then hey, that's awesome, because that's kind of how I got really back into collecting. Like even when I was just doing Transformers, I really wasn't that big on Marvel Legends, but then I watched the review and I'm like, oh man, that's cool, and that reminds me of when I was a kid, and like I said, I just fell down that next rabbit hole.
Oh yeah.
So it's it's paying it forward. Someone gave me that first free hit. Give someone else that first free hit, and then they're gonna have to go out there and pay for the rest themselves. But we live in a world right now where it's crazy. Yeah. And something like what we do here, people would probably a couple years looked down on it, but now you look at it, we're more the norm than anything else.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, I wanted to say, like, with YouTube, it bothers me that since I've been doing this, YouTube has changed the rules almost every other month. And the rules they have set in place don't affect the people already on top. It affects everybody else coming in now.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because it's like you now have a bigger mountain to climb because the upper echelon chose to abuse their power, but you on the bottom have to pay for their misdeeds, which I feel is wrong.
Gotcha. Yep.
And especially as us as collectors, you know, they're always talking about family friendly, ad friendly. That's all we do. We advertise all day. Now, if you're looking for new sponsors, call Hasbro, call Mattel, call NECA, call Fans Toys, call whoever, because we're out there giving it away. I mean, I'm sitting here all day, like, you know, you do a review on something, you're literally advertising for Hasbro.
Yeah.
You know, on your own dime, but yet you got to jump through hoops to even, you got to have over 100,000 subs just to talk to somebody from YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that to me is like, how is this platform for us, but we can't even communicate to you until we hit a plateau that we're now deemed good enough
to talk to them,
be heard.
Gotcha.
So that's another reason why I was saying, like, we need to, as a community, all the communities, you know, there's groups, you know, there's Open Box Mafia and the Syndicate, and you guys, the Realm of Collectors is called, the Shattered Glass. Like, everybody needs to come together and tell YouTube, because I'm tired of, they have, like, recently did the Rewind. Where's the representation for collectors in the Rewind? Why are they not being showcased? Like, I don't care if it's not me. I'm not worried about it being me, but there are big collector YouTubers out there that don't get any love, and it's like, why not?
I don't know, man. If I knew the answers, man, I would be in a better predicament now.
Yeah, but I say, like I said, we all got to come together and show YouTube as a whole that we are a subgroup in your platform to be recognized. We deserve it just like everyone else does.
Yeah, that's true. That's cool. Mr. Graham Luke said, "Hey, he said great interview. Smith Super Awesome Reviews. This guy is a new subscriber. So
thanks, man.
Like I said, check out this guy. He's really awesome. He's a good dude. If you want to pimp yourself out, you can tell you where they can find you at. All that, you know, all your stuff.
Yeah, like Smith Super Awesome Review. Definitely check it out. You know, like I said, do Transformers, Marvel Legends, do some gaming. Like I said, right now I'm retooling, but don't fret. 2019. I'm gonna come back harder than ever. Been working on a collaboration with some of my Sanctuary brothers.
Nice.
You know, find me on Facebook. I do have a Facebook fan page, Sanctuary. You know, check us out on there on Facebook. Like I said, if you're a new channel, even if you're not even a YouTuber, but you're a collector, come join, share your love, share your collection. You know, meet new people. You know, like I said, it's a place to just come together and, you know, love this nerd culture. Now that being a nerd now in vogue, you know, now that's our time to shine. You know,
it is cool. Well, thank you. It was an honor to have you on, man. It was great.
Oh, man, I appreciate this so much.
Welcome back anytime you want, man. Anytime.
Hey, I would love to, and definitely we got to get you on Spaghetti and Friends.
Okay. Yeah, we will. I'll get on there. I'll try to get on there, man. Definitely like that.
Definitely.
I watched the episodes and everything, and it looks really like a good platform and looks awesome. Just looks fun, you know, just to sit there and just chill and talk to different people about, you know, your collection and everything.
Yeah.
And that's why I do this, you know, because also I just want to get, you know, different, you know, views and everything of other people in the, you know, community and everything. So
well, you're doing God's work, man. Like I said, I'm humbled and appreciative that you have me on your show.
And I want to say thank you to everybody that watched and everything. Like I said, go check out this guy. He's a really good dude. And Friday night, go check Spaghetti and Meatballs. It's awesome and everything. And go ahead and hit that like button for me. It helps the channel out and all that good stuff. And thank you once again for sticking around for around 30 minutes. And I guess I'll see you on the next review. And as always, Hail Hasbro. Good night, folks.
Hail Hasbro.
All right, let me stop broadcast.